Dons, Get Your Health Back series. Brad Leech again is here with me today. And last time we spoke about the dangers of fast foods, like how little nutrition we get and the problems that it creates. Now, one of the problems that it creates, you mentioned, was inflammation.
Inflammation. Now, inflammation isn't necessarily a bad thing. If you think, back in the day, if we got a cut on our hand, initially this inflammatory response would come around, it would protect the cut from any infection. However, when we have something called low-grade chronic inflammation, that is where a lot of the health issues originate from.
Such as?
Such as depression. Depression is now considered as an inflammatory disease. Heart disease, inflammatory bowel disease, IBS.
From inflammation?
From inflammation. Inflammation, it's... Which one comes first? Does the inflammation come first, or does the disease come first? It's still difficult to determine which one comes first, but what we do know is that inflammation and inflammatory cytokines, these mediators that go on to make this cascade of event, they actually lead to worsening of the condition.
So if you have inflammation in the gut, you'd have inflammation in the brain.
Yes, so what we have something called the gut-brain axis, where there's a physical communication and chemical communication between our digestive system and our brain. So when we have intestinal inflammation, that can lead on to neuroinflammation, which is inflammation within the brain. Low grade, of course, and this can actually affect the neurotransmitters within our brain to actually fire and send signals, thereby leading to a number of mental health illnesses, such as depression.
So it's more than just a headache. We're talking about depression, potential Alzheimer's and...
Alzheimer's, yes. Maybe a little bit of anxiety, bipolar and so forth. Other very serious and chronic health conditions related to inflammation. Now, when it comes around to inflammation, we need to attack it at the source. Now, inflammation can come from a number of areas. One of the primary areas inflammation can stem from is inflammation within the gut. When there's inflammation in the gut, then these inflammation compounds will float around the body, causing a cascade of events, leading on to more inflammation elsewhere in the body.
So what you actually said here is that if we can settle the inflammation in the gut, we'd shut down the potential of a host of conditions, not just mental conditions, but right across the board conditions.
The vast majority of diseases within the Western country are derived from an inflammatory base. So thereby, we reduce inflammation, reduce the risk and severity and prevalence of many chronic diseases affecting the Western country.
How simple is this? I'm going to bring Brad back and we're going to work on how to reduce the inflammation in the gut, which could assist in reducing many, many conditions that everybody is walking around with today. So, until next time, thank you for watching another one of Don's Get Your Health Back series.